Hey, what's up everyone, Blade here, and welcome back to another video of Persona 5 The Phantom X. And inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going ahead and doing some of the event boss battles with my man Makoto, Yuki, and Miku, seeing that the two apparently are pretty darn good together. And although he is a two-turn DPS, he's not fully made for this character, but he still does have at least good potential with her. So we're going to go ahead and actually try this out, see what we really can do here. It's going to be kind of interesting because Miku is a very interesting character, to put it that way. So I'm still trying to figure out my outs and ins with this, but we're gonna have some fun with it and see what happens. So without further ado, hopefully you guys do enjoy it. I want to at least come out with a video after that absolute screw fest that I posted earlier. Once again, I do apologize for being very harsh on certain things, but I am passionate about this game. So when things are going kind of iffy, you know what I'm saying? I want things to immediately get better, but we're gonna go ahead and get through it here and have some fun. Now, from what I do know with Miku, there's several different ways of actually playing this character to really get them in a good basis, right? Get them into a really nice area. And we have A2, so we can actually take advantage over the extra amount of our highlight cooldowns, our skill amplification, as well as our final damage for 3rd amplification itself. So I'm going to see what we can do. Now, we're at the very beginning of the event itself, so I highly doubt we're going to be able to actually do a lot right now. But I'm going to go through it. Hopefully, we can have a little bit of fun and try to test out some things, have a little bit of cool things with this, and see what we can do. For the team that I'm using, we're using Makoto, Yuki, Winvast, as well as having Justine and Caroline. Justine and Caroline are going to act as like our little funnel of another buffer. You could very well use a healer if you need to have a healer. I don't think we'll need one. Hint, hint. Hopefully I don't, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna see what happens here, and hopefully we can make some things shake. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into it here. I do think for how everything's gonna go, the main deal that I want to focus on, seeing that I do feel like since we have like a couple characters in here that are already helping us out on the critical damage side, we might need a little bit more crit rate. So first things first, let me go ahead and take that on off here. So we're gonna try and do this in more of a crit rate function, because I have already my crit damage with Rico. Where I'm lacking a lot is definitely in the crit rate section. So I want to try and make up for some of that here. So first things first, let's go ahead and get some hits off here, get all this done. And let me make sure my music isn't on as well. Okay, it isn't. So we can do whatever we really want to. This isn't damage phase, so honestly I can do whatever I want to at this point in time. I'm just gonna help him out on the attack damage itself, because he is still a two-turner. So I mean, like, hey, we're just gonna use the twins what is it called, attack buffer here, who's just gonna help us deal some more damage and just go from there. Now first turn, I don't think we really need to use much of anything else here. I want to kind of set this up for Zalgogan, so I'm gonna go ahead and use the skill 1. Make sure we get this set up on the first turn. That way we can swap to Dionysus and take advantage over the second turn with Dionysus's passive along with the revolution. So now my Makoto Yuki, he does not do the most of damage either. I still have a lot of things that I want to get done with this character. So of course there are obvious different things that I have to do in order to make things a lot better. But we're gonna try and see what we can do. Now I'm swapped the track because I do want to get the critical rate, and so I would like to go ahead and swap it to Play with Fire first. Once we get the Play with Fire on here, or I think this one is Spring Storm. No, this is Play with Fire if I remember correctly. And this one is going to allow us to actually get set up for the critical rate side of things. So I'm gonna first things first, go ahead, go in here, use our skill 2, which our skill 2 is then going to allow us with Play with Fire to get an increased party critical rate, which we do need. So we're gonna use our skill 2 with the clear sound, and it's gonna slowly allow us to kind of get everyone set up. Because I really do think my main issue with Makoto is my critical rate. Pin wise, he's pretty okay. But crit damage, I would say he's definitely fine on that aspect as well. But I don't think he's really the best when it comes down to what's it called, being good on his crit damage. So we have to do a little bit of something that actually makes this a little bit better. Hopefully the twins don't kill them off, which I'm pretty sure the twins might. Yeah, of course, of course, because this is at the weaker state. So I didn't really get a chance to actually try it here, but we're gonna try and do that rotation again. I do think that since we're playing with the characters that we're playing with, I do think that I want to get the critical rate way more often rather than just getting the extra pierce or anything like that, because I feel like we have, well, I guess there isn't really much pierce in this as well, if I'm being honest, because we're no longer using Ange. So I can either go with crit rate or I can go for the extra pierce. So I guess what I'll do, we'll try two different ones. So we did our crit rate rotation last one, which it didn't get to last that long because none of them really offer pierce. So what I'm actually going to do this time is we're going to try to do the pierce setup. Now the pierce setup, if I'm correct, goes with Spring Storm on the first rotation. So we'll try something like that actually and see how that really goes out. Because on Spring Storm, if I'm correct, on the skill 2, which I'm not actually going to set that up right now, but Spring Storm on the skill 2 is allowing us to get the party weakness damage, which could very well come in handy. Although we're not critting too much here, honestly, I feel like we might be fine. We just have to see how it turns out in the end, and that's once we get our buff on from our revolutions and stuff. So we're gonna give that a shot. We're gonna see what happens here. Let's change the track once again and get over the Spring Storm. I'm gonna get the extra support for our skill 2, and hopefully this goes the way I want it to go. So I'm gonna make sure it's weaker to fire, making sure Makoto Yuki is able to deal the most damage he can deal. And then we're going to use our skill 1 here. And then once we go ahead and go to the next track, our skill 1 for that one, which would be play with fire, will actually give us the extra crit damage leading into heaven, which will give us the extra amount of I think it was a heal for the pierce thing there. So that will also come in handy as well. So we'll see what we can do. We can see what we do. But if I'm right, Heaven was supposed to be skill 1 as well. So I might have to change around how I'm doing certain aspects. But if I'm right, I still at least trigger all my things anyways once we get into Ghost Rule. So I don't think it's going to really affect us too hard. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. So let's use our skill 2. Get everything set on up here as usual. And I do believe it's going to kill the first round, which is perfectly fine. Oh, look, we didn't actually get the crit that we needed, so that's fine. And then this round, we use our Revolution. Going to be a nice buff for us. That way, all I would need to do, if I'm correct, is go ahead, pop off our 3rd-G, because we want to save, I think, our W assist for later. So, pop off 3rd-G. Get the extra hit in here. He's just going to deal a little bit of damage here. Nothing too crazy. And then we're gonna do our W assist, go into this, and then use our Scarlet Hades or our skill 3. So this should be perfect for us as well for damage. We got some criticals there looking pretty darn nice, and that did amazing. This is all without even hardcore going into Ghost Roll, which is going to allow us to actually trigger our main pierce. Since we have the A2 as well, we should trigger all our effects. But with this team itself, since we're mainly trying to focus on the pierce side of things as it goes, it is helping us stay alive because this team has no real sustainability. So seeing that we're using this in the pierce rate type of deal on the 3rd turn where we are using Heaven's Track for the skill 2, or at least we are using Heaven's Track on skill 2, we still would have that extra HP increase. So I mean, like, I guess it kind of comes in handy to some degree. That will help this team live a lot longer, especially since it has no real sustainability right now. So I mean, like, it could come in handy. Could be pretty darn nice. Makoto himself seems to be benefiting a decent bit from it as well. So not really all too bad here. But hopefully for a lot of you guys, y'all have been enjoying your Mikus a lot. I've been freaking absolutely adoring my Miku. I can't wait to actually show you guys the A6 version as well on my TW. I kind of been putting it off because at the same time I want to make sure that what's it called, we have her not only perfectly built, but I want to make sure that I have a very impressive team for you guys to actually showcase it off in the perfect way. So we're gonna get that going in the next few days. I still got to do the comparisons between the weapon, not the weapon, as well as the update to the buffs that happen with the weapon itself. So we still have a lot to go for. But before we continue with the video, hopefully you guys don't mind this, and let's get straight into it. Loot Bar. Lootbar.com is a top-up website that is trusted, secure, and immensely cheaper than most in-game stores, which many of you may have heard inside of multiple gacha communities. Not only are they amazing at what they do, but they're also pretty darn quick, and if you really want to save up to like 20% off on most of your game's currency or in-game items, this might be the place you want to go. Now, I normally use this for most of my games, or my main ones being 7DS Origins and P5X, and the way they usually do this is by using the official top-up channels, unlike unauthorized sellers do. Everything is pretty much a nice way to get you something cheaper here, while also getting you a little bit extra for your buck. That's always something I like to do, and as a person who is a little bit of a cheapskate, I will do everything I need to do in order to get my packs for the cheapest price I can. They're pretty effective and quick, so if you want to save some extra bucks while enjoying your game, this may be the way to go. I practically use them all the time, and if you'd like to go ahead and do so as well, you can make an account or continue on your current account, and I'll have my link down below. So if any of you guys are really interested, be sure to click that link down below, and you should get some discounts just like mine's above here. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get back to the rest of the video. If you decided to support, thank you once again, and let's go ahead and get back to the video. Alright, as I said before, you guys, this isn't something that you have to do as always here. It does help out the channel a lot, so if you do want some things cheaper, be sure to check out Loot Bar. It's very helpful here, and we're going to get straight back into it here. Using our skill 2 immediately, making sure we get that lovely amount of, what's it called, our actual critical rate here. So let's use our clear sound, make sure we're doing this here as well. And this should be perfect for us. And actually, this isn't even for the critical rate. This is the weakness damage one. I have to remember that. I think that's the most confusing with Miku. It's actually remembering the effects accurately. So I have like my little bulletin points here that I usually go through. And man, I really do have to admit that they did a good job at making the character very unique, but I really do wish they had more content for this, because it makes me so sad that like a cool character like this just isn't like giving the coolest update, which is kind of sad, man. But we're gonna go ahead, pop off Dionysus, use this as well. And another reason why we're doing it this way as well is because on the off chance that we do have our highlight with Wonder later in, we're not only able to proc off the one that we immediately get with Rico, but then if it does line up correctly with the turn count, which I'm pretty sure it should, we'll be able to go ahead and use that to our advantage and let what's it called, and let us use Dionysus's ultimate as well. So that's all we really are looking forward to. But I'm gonna use our W assist as usual, kill off the first heart, which honestly we probably should wait. We should have probably waited for that, but I just want to see the damage. I want to see what we can do. And that is our first whole little rotation area of our first 2 turn. And oh, we didn't even get a crit till then. So that shows, that really can show that if you don't have the best critical stats, you can absolutely screw up yourself. So I didn't have the best crit stats there, so that kind of screwed me over. But what more can I do about that? Now I want to save my, what's it called, Rico's thing as well. So we're going to use Wonder's ult first, leading into Rico's. So this will be here for 2 whole turns, meaning we can swap to either use a Terukaja or refill the fire move here, which we're probably going to do the fire move itself. If I'm right, we're on play with fire right now. I'm pretty sure we should be on heaven. So let's swap it over. And we're going to then use our skill 2 on heaven, which is going to give us an extra heal, even though we don't need it. But so we're going to use the heal, which is going to be perfectly fine for us. So let's go ahead and pop off clear sound for our heal, right? Making sure everybody is good and topped on off here, which is always great. And then at this point in time, the next turn is going to be our ghost roll. So we'll be able to deal like some crazy damage from here. And I think this is going to be the best point that I'm actually going to have some fun with this. So let's use our skill 1. I think we should get the kill off like on Makoto Yuki's turn, which would probably be the best thing to do here. So I am hoping that Makoto is able to kind of kill this boss on off at that point. I don't know how good my Makoto is, so he probably might not kill, but hopefully we can get the kill off. See what happens. Boom, boom, boom. Ah, no kill, which does kind of suck here, but that's okay. Now I do believe we should be able to proc Ghost Rule if I'm correct here. So let's go ahead. Let's pop this storm here. And honestly, if I'm right, it already should be available, right? So Ghost Rule. Oh, nah. No, I don't think it is ready yet. So, I think Ghost Rule is ready the next round. So let's think about this. We use our buff for skill 2 already. We should probably recycle this back around, which should be, I'm trying to think, what would I want to do here? This is first turn, we ended up using that. Yeah, all right, it should be time for us to go ahead and get our critical rate back. So in the off chance that's the case, we are back on our number that we need, which is play with fire, but we don't really want, I guess we can still do what is it called? Play with fire here as well, which could very well be decent. So I guess let's just do what we got to do. So party damage here, this should be worth it. And at this point in time, get our extra thing here, get the extra crit there, which is going to be great for us. And then I still don't want to use this, but I guess since it is for 2 whole turns, it won't be a bad decision. So maybe we can do this correctly. And I feel like I messed up my rotation somewhere because I'm pretty positive we're supposed to have Ghost Roll by now, but I feel like I screwed up someplace here. So maybe that's my fault there. Maybe I did that wrong, but I'm pretty positive it should have went into Ghost Roll, which maybe I counted wrong. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use our skill 2. Pop this on off here. And I do believe that should kill. That's definitely killing. So I don't really have to worry about that at all. Oh, wow. Twins. Come on, bro. I expected y'all to at least get that kill one off. I mean, like, I guess it's not the worst decision ever, but let's just use this as well. Screw it. Get the kill one off. Boom, 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 boom. It does some decent damage, of course. And now this goes into what I want it to go into and have everything lined on up. We're back. We should be able to pop off Ghost Rule right here, if I'm correct. Yep, we have Ghost Rule ready. I'm gonna go ahead and do this here, making sure we get the extra turns, which honestly, to an extent, I think this is actually a better way that I ended up doing that in time. And now we get to have some fun. So get the skill 3 on here, see what we can do immediately, get everyone back into their rotation of things. And thanks to us, we got our highlight back. So I do believe we could use our critical damage one. I don't know if we still have it on for Rico. So let's go ahead and check real quick. I don't believe we do. We have Feel the Beat here. Put sound, all these here. The Blossoms of War, of course, here. So, maybe we do. Maybe we do. Let's double check this here. Let's double check. I don't believe we fully do. Screw it. Let's go ahead and do it again, just to make sure, because I don't remember if I used it last round or not. But on the off chance that I didn't, it's better safe than being sorry here. And let's just get some damage in. Let's just do as much damage as possible here. So now we're gonna go ahead, swap this out Gogan, making sure we can deal as much damage as possible with our fire. It's gonna try to attack us back. Not gonna really do too much to us anyways. That's just the way it's hitting us here. And now we get our first theurgy, which I'm gonna pop that off immediately. Boom, boom. And then we're gonna use our skill 1, which I hate that it keeps attacking us back, because at this point in time, it's just trying to like defy all logic, but we're not gonna let that happen. Get the first hit in there, and then now we're set up. Now we have our highlights, luckily, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and pop our highlight for the extra attack. We could have just used Dionysus's highlight as well. That probably would have been a better suggestion, but I want to see what we can do with the extra attack as well and see what happens here. So it's going to keep attacking us back. trying to keep us down a little bit, but get the extra benefit here from the almighty skill, which is going to let us deal way more critical damage as well. And then from here, we can go ahead, pop off Dionysus, pop off the Revolution, which honestly, I should have Rebellion on this guy because then it makes this even better for us. But we're not really going to do that. Oh my God. And we got the highlight just in time. Hold on. We got the highlight just in time. So this is perfect. This is great. This is honestly great. Hold on. Boom. Scarlet Hades. Go straight into it. Please deal some crazy damage. Please deal some crazy damage. Oh, dude, that's lovely. My Makoto's not even crazy, too. That is actually awesome. But all right, we'll do the 25th stage probably later on. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please do smash that like button on your forehead. Consider subscribing if you are new. And until next time, everybody, stay safe, stay sharp. Peace.